Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, and you're listening to POTATOCAST, cold as fuck POTATOCAST, because it's cold as fuck today. It's like 44 degrees. It is October, but it's 44 degrees. It's this hurricane that is not gonna hit, they're saying, but we're getting the effects of it. It's been raining like crazy. It's been cold. I don't mind the rain though. I don't care. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to talk about today, and the first one's a doozy. I had a lot of fluff to talk about. You know, just shit that's on my mind, video games, television, that kind of shit. But we had a big event. We had a big thing, and I don't always want to commentate on current events, but I feel like I got to talk about this one because the coverage of it's been weird. I'm talking, of course, about the shooting in Oregon, and it was a school shooting, and we've had a lot of these over the years. We've had, Sandy Hook and Virginia Tech, Columbine, and also non-school, like the Aurora thing and the movie theater. And this is just, it's tragic. Some people died, some people were injured. The killer is also dead, killed by the police. We'll never know exactly why, although there are some interesting theories out there, and right now, it seems to be the mainstream media is focusing on just one aspect of it, which is crazy. They're focusing on the religious aspect of it, because it came out that this guy, before he killed people, before he murdered them, he would ask them, "Are you a Christian?" And if they said yes, he would kill them. Now, I don't know what happened if anybody said no, or if he killed anybody that said no, or if he was sparing people that said no. I don't know the exacts of it, but people who said yes were definitely killed. We know that happened apparently, but that's what they're focusing on. And here's the thing: this has only kind of come out recently, but there's something else that came out before that is being widely ignored by the mainstream media. And it's funny because, I don't want to get political. Everybody politicizes these things, and I think it's a bad thing to do, to take these tragedies and to politicize them. I mean, not too long ago I mentioned, I talked about 9/11 on POTATOCAST, and I talked about how that eventually got politicized, but it was like a while before it got politicized. This Sandy Hook, all these, they get politicized like immediately. And you got these people saying, like, everybody thinks the mainstream media is everybody but them. You got these people saying the mainstream media don't want to talk about the Christian angle, but that's all I see, And so, like, if you're like a conservative and you say the mainstream media, you're probably talking about the liberal media. But if you're a liberal and you say mainstream media, you're probably talking about Fox News. So it's kind of crazy. When I talk about the mainstream media, I'm talking about all of them. I'm talking about Fox News, I'm talking about MSNBC, I'm talking about CNN, I'm talking about all the major news outlets are not talking about the connection between this killer and 4chan. And if you're unaware of 4chan, it's what's known as an image board. And everybody on there is anonymous. You post completely anonymously. There are no accounts. You just... everything says anonymous. Like, it looks like a normal forum, but everybody's name is anonymous. And if you're thinking about the kids that wear the Guy Fawkes mask, the hacktivists, it came from that originally, although they're not necessarily associated with 4chan. That's where they came from originally. And there are a lot of good things that have come out of it, 4chan and anonymous, and there are a lot of bad things. With anonymous, I think it's pretty equal. They do some good things, they do some bad things. With 4chan, in general, it seems more bad than good, and I have a thread up in front of me from 4chan. It's been archived, and I'm gonna go over that with you guys in a little bit. But I just want to explain how it works too, because there's these different sections of it, and like, all this shit went down when I was sleeping, because I'm sleeping during the day, of course. Up at night, sleeping during the day is how I work. And I got up. My friend Andrew was like, "Have you heard about Oregon?" And I'm like, "I heard it's a state. I am aware of the 50 states. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Like, are there people who are not aware of Oregon?" And he's like, "Oh my god, dude, you gotta see this." He showed me, and I was like, "Oh, fuck," like, why do these people always target schools, But Not always, sometimes it's movie theaters, but I just, like, it bugs me, that these people get it into their heads that I'm angry, or I'm upset, or I'm dissatisfied, or I'm disenfranchised, and what I'm going to do about it is I'm going to go and shoot people. Not particular people, but people, whoever I can get at, I guess. And now they're saying, well, he was shooting particular people, he was shooting Christians, because, are you a Christian? Yes, bang, I don't even know if that's true, to be honest. I honestly don't. It seems like I think there was a whole thing with Columbine where they had, do you believe in God? But I'll talk about that more. But I wanted to go over the whole 4chan. 4chan, it's called an image board. You're anonymous on it. You don't have an account. Although, people think that gives them carte blanche to do or say things that are completely illegal, and they do get caught sometimes. So. You're not as anonymous as you think you are. But somebody brought it. Well, it was Andrew who brought this to my attention. He said, "Look at this." And they have different boards. Like they have like B, which is for random, and they have like JP, which is like I think otaku culture and shit like that. And they have like science fiction, and they have one for My Little Pony, and they have one for fitness. And they have one that I wasn't even aware of. It's called R9K. I'm not a 4chaner myself, so. Sometimes when I see that slash something slash, I kind of know it's from 4chan, but I might not know what that one means. There goes the phone. Let's see. Oh, this looks like this might actually be important. This is from work. Let me just see about this real quick here. Actually, it looks like one of my coworkers has a virus and his email is sending out bogus links. I'll have to tell him about that. But anyway, he's probably not up right now. Let me see if he's around. That's crazy. Whenever you get these emails from somebody you know, but it's just a link, like, who just sends a link? You know what I mean? It's always very suspect. I'm actually going to pause this recording right here, and I'm gonna text him real quick. So hold on just a second. Okay, so I just took care of that. That was one of my coworkers at Kazara Studios, Chris Waglin. I got one of those bogus emails from him. I just something like capitalresourcing.co.uk/ whole bunch of jargon. So yeah, you could tell it's not something that he would have been sending me. But anyway, I just sent him a text that your email has been compromised. You might want to run an antivirus. Change your login passwords. I just got a spam email from you. So anyway, what was I talking? Oh, I was talking about 4chan. Okay, so let me get back to that. Actually, maybe bring that page back up because I accidentally closed it. So and I don't know if you guys noticed, but hold on, I gotta fix my mixing board here. I'm way too loud. The heater is stopped, but you could probably hear the rain. They said we're not gonna. I just lower the recording volume a little bit. There we go. We're not gonna get Hurricane Joaquin in his full glory. Basically, what they're saying is that Hurricane Joaquin is not going to hit the East Coast directly. Well, that's what they're saying right now, but this thing has changed course so many times, but we're definitely feeling the effects. It's been raining for like a couple of days now. It's been crazy cold and raining. I don't mind the rain. I like rain, actually. I sleep better when it's raining. But anyway, back to this whole 4chan thing. There's one of the boards on 4chan that I'd never heard of, which is called R9K, which stands for Robot 9001. And I actually looked into it. I did a little Google foo, and I looked on like Know Your Meme and stuff, and apparently it's mostly people telling stories of awkwardness and what they call the green text stories and spaghetti stories. I do like the spaghetti stories. I didn't know they came from a place called Robot 9001 on 4chan. I knew they came from 4chan, but I didn't know they had a whole board for this. But anyway, this guy posted, anonymously of course, Wednesday, September 30th, 2015, at 7:17 p.m. And it says, some of you guys are all right. I just want to say, the icon he used was the Pepe the Frog icon, and he's holding a gun. He put a gun into the picture, and it says, some of you guys are all right. Don't go to school tomorrow if you're in the Northwest. Happening thread will be posting tomorrow morning. So long, space robots. So he got a lot of replies, and some of it was, a lot of these people seem to be what are known as men's rights activists. I could tell from the jargon that they use. Like they say, like this one, they keep calling each other lad, and they keep talking about the beta uprising, and but there were a lot of people who wanted to insult him or didn't believe him. You know, I'm just going to go down this thread and read a couple of replies here as I go down. This has been archived on archive.mo. I don't know. But let's see. We'll post again in AM, 10-minute countdown. Won't say more, too much to prepare. That's probably the original poster. Nobody cares, you're pathetic, and this is why no one likes you. Fuck off. One person says, do it. I suggest you enter a classroom and tell people that you're... I don't even read the rest of that. It's actually giving them instructions on how to kill people. Thanks, keep me in your prayers. Why don't you just talk to a girl instead, you beta fuck? No one will respect you for this. They'll just see you for the shit coward you are. Go fist fight Chad if you want to prove dominance. I actually agree with that guy. What an asshole this dude is. We'll be waiting. FBI here will be waiting for you. That's obviously not the FBI. They wouldn't post announcing that they are. You gonna get bopped. It takes a great man to do great things, become legendary. Godspeed, OP. So there are people who believed it, or maybe they were just going along with it, that this guy was going to do something bad. Obviously said, if you're going to school in the Northwest, don't go, because I like you guys, and I'm going to shoot a bunch of people. He didn't say that, but it was implied. He had Pepe with the gun. And there were people who wanted this to happen. There were people who were cheering him on, you know, which is sickening. It really is. Will this thread be on the news? But seriously, don't do it if you're serious. At least that person said that. So then, as it goes on into, you know, I'm at, you know, this is only about a half hour after, you know, and I keep going down, and eventually people were not really believing it, you know. Like, here's one that says, fuck off, don't get Pepe associated with your spurred gout. Hello, news, you know. If this kid's life is ruined due to shit posting, he might as well go through with it. This person posted a green text thing, which is actually very interesting. It says, one of these days, this will be real. This one could be it. And it turned out it was. Let's see. Eventually, they all were kind of like, you know, you're an asshole, you're not going to do anything, you know. I'm scrolling down further. The language here, like they say, oh, you're so edgy, you know. Some of the language here is not stuff I want to say. They use the F word a lot, and I don't mean fuck. A lot of people saying do it, you know, do it, don't let us down. And then here it is. The last post on September the 30th in this thread was Wednesday, September 30th at what time is that? Sometimes these fucking things, you know, sorry, it's I'm like 8:57 p.m. So about a little less than 2 hours after the original post, and he says, I can't tell if you're an... I have to use the word, just to read this, just say, I can't tell if you're an edgy fag with Asperger's, or just shit post and having a laugh. And then after that, it's all October 1st. October 1st, 2015, 2:32 p.m. First post, holy fuck. The next one, the absolute madman. The next one, holy fuck. The next one, the madman actually did it. Absolute mad robot. LOL, shit, he did it, you know. Some people were... Actually, it seems that most of them are cheering this guy for murdering people. And you know, this is the thing. He never said why he was murdering anybody on 4chan. So, like, I wonder, like, what they would think. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go kill people if they say they're Christian. And I don't know how many people would have agreed with that, because it just makes martyrs out of people if you're against Christianity, and if you're for it, you don't want people to get murdered. And, you know, oh, yeah, here's one saying, you know, oh, fuck, he did it, it's a false flag, they framed him, trust nothing. But, it goes on and on and on. There's so many replies here, you know. So, it's crazy. The very last post here is, no, but everything is a joke here, take it easy, friend. Well, the second last post is, my face when original poster delivered. So, yeah, I mean, here's one near the end. I wanted to kill myself today, but now our hero showed us the light and a reason to live. Thank you, OP, and thanks for the dank memes. I mean, holy shit, these people are not only reveling in it, they're calling this guy a hero, and really, what did he do that was so heroic? All he did was murder people who were unarmed, defenseless, and who admitted to a faith that I guess he just didn't agree with, you know? Which is crazy. And it's going to have the opposite effect of whatever it is this guy wanted to have. So, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, because it doesn't seem that the news is really reporting on that. It seems that they're very much focusing on the religious aspect of it. The fact that he asked people if they were a Christian. Like if I was to go to Fox News right now, and I just brought it up, and, well, let's see. I'm not even seeing it on the front page here. Well, here's one. The Lives Lost Sheriff releases names of Oregon shooting victims. It's not really what I was looking for. Oh, here, Todd Starnes, the day Christians were martyred on American soil. You know, I bet if I was to do, like, a little search of the front page for the word 4chan, doesn't come up. That's Fox News. Now I'm going to check CNN. We'll go to the liberal media. I checked the conservative media. I'm going to check the liberal media. CNN. Let's see what they got over there. I kind of want to go back to Fox News because they had some cool new pictures of Pluto's moon Charon, but... okay, they're actually got it on the main page. See, lives are shattered beyond repair, 9 victims mourned. I don't know if I can ever relieve this pain. Survivor given a box, student says. Whatever. Sheriff posted conspiracy video. Hero blocked door. Obama's response. Nothing about 4chan here, and I'm going to do that little search here. Doesn't come up. So, yeah, well, you know, they're the mild liberal media. Let's go to the extreme liberal media. Let's go to MSNBC. And I'm going to see if they mentioned anything about it. Probably not. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is not being explored. That this guy was on with 4chan. And, oh yeah. Tipping point nears. Gun control activists remain optimistic despite rampage. So, they're just politicizing the hell out of this, you know. Obama, Congress has to do its job. White House official steps down. It's all completely politicized here, and... doing that little search for 4chan, nothing comes up. Nothing. So there you see the problem with media, man. The problem with mainstream media. You really got to get your news from multiple sources. I think if anybody gets their news from just one source, it's like you ever hear about there are more than one side to a story. Well, a story is not like a coin with two sides. It's like a gem with a lot of sides. And a lot of different ways of looking at it. And it could look very different depending on the way you look at it. So you definitely got to do that. I definitely wanted to talk about that. I didn't want to take up the entirety of a POTATOCAST talking about what happened in Oregon, but I did want to mention it and just mention my thoughts about it and why I'm just like really kind of dismayed at a lot of people. Like James Woods was coming out and he's criticizing Obama because he is not even because anything Obama did, and I'm not one to defend Obama, but he is saying that Obama will not bring up the fact the whole Christianity angle of it, and that he will not he will lose interest in it because of that. He's saying because it was an attack on Christians. That's what James Woods is saying, and it's like, dude, maybe, you know, you can say that after the fact, but, you know, it's a little too soon to say shit like that. And of course, the fact that this 4chan thing has gone, like, almost completely under the radar, and I might not have known about it if I wasn't linked directly to it by a friend of mine. So that's just fucking crazy, man. That's just fucking crazy. But I did want to talk about that briefly. I did want to talk about some video game stuff and some movie stuff. I mean, we're moving towards November. I mean, it's just the beginning of October, you know, and October is a great month. It's a great month. it's the beginning of the holidays, you know? And by the way, when I say holidays, I'm not trying to secularize anything or anything like that. I say holidays because to me, it's not just about Christmas or any of the alternate, you know, like Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or Ramadan or anything like that. It's Thanksgiving, it's New Year's, and it's, of course, Halloween. To me, the holidays is the whole season that begins with Halloween, which, you know, me and some of my friends have made into like almost like a month-long thing, you know, a month-long holiday. And, you know, a lot of people I know are really into Halloween, which is cool. And, of course, you'll hopefully see 10 Days of Satan movie reviews. I have not made much progress on that, to be honest, just due to being super, super busy. I've been doing a lot of LPs lately, though, and I'm so far ahead. I did want to talk about LPs, actually, very briefly. I posted on Facebook the other day, I showed a picture of what the LP folder looks like, and, you know, the subfolders kind of reveal what's coming up. But if you didn't see it on Facebook, or if you're just listening here on POTATOCAST, I'm actually going to bring it up and let you guys know. Yesterday I finished 2 LPs. I was playing East 2, Ancient East Vanished Final Chapter, and I finished that, and I actually was like, I'm going to go and start the Mega Man 6 LP, and I actually played through the whole game in the matter of like, you know, like an hour or two, and I took a break at one point, but then I went back to it, and I was like, wow, I recorded a whole LP in one day. It's been a long time since I've done that, but like right now, first of all, I want to talk about Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, because that's up. That's starting to go up. The first 2 parts were up on Tuesday, and the next 2 parts will be up tomorrow on Monday. Not Monday, Sunday. Sunday, yeah, tomorrow and Sunday. The next 2 parts will be up. And it's funny because, you know, the views are way up on that. And I really wish people wouldn't fucking pick and choose, like, oh, I wasn't watching... Like, nobody was fucking watching Bastion, which is a shame. Because Bastion was a great game with amazing graphics, great commentary. It was a lot of fun for me to play. I think you guys should have watched the Bastion playthrough. I really do. I don't understand why y'all didn't. You were watching Paper Mario. You know, you were watching... a lot of people are watching Breath of Fire 2, but nobody watched Bastion, really, which is crazy, because you should watch it. But now that Bastion's done, I started Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures. Views went up. I was getting more comments. That's great. I figured that would be a popular one. And my timing is good, because right when I uploaded those 2, they announced the sequel, Angry Video Game Nerd 2 Assimilation. It looks great. It's supposed to come out actually pretty soon. I will get it. I will probably record an LP of it, you know, blind, like I did with AVGN. So that's a thing. And of course I'm doing Breath of Fire 2. So, you know, I always have like the action ones and the RPG ones. The RPG LPs are uploaded on Saturdays and Mondays, and the action LPs are uploaded on Sundays and Tuesdays. And after Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, we have Quake. After Quake is The Typing of the Dead Overkill, which is really funny. I think I had a guess. I think I had S-Serpent with me on a few of those. After that is Doom 64, The Absolution. After that, Yoshi's Island. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. And after that, Mega Man 6. And after that is going to be Injustice. Actually, just today started recording a little bit of Injustice. I recorded 2 videos of it. The story mode. For RPGs, I mentioned Breath of Fire 2. After that is going to be South Park: The Stick of Truth. Another game that I had a lot of fun with, and I can't wait for the sequel that has been announced. After that, Final Fantasy 2. After that is East 2, which I mentioned. And after that, which I've just started to record, it's a game you guys might not have heard of. It's called Pure Solar and the Great Architects. It was actually a game that was originally on Sega Genesis, but it was released in like 2010 independently. And like they actually made Sega Genesis cartridges, and you could buy the cartridges from them, or you could buy the ROM from them. And they actually released a PC version, which is an HD, and that's the version I'm playing. So I just wanted to run that guy by you. But I did mention, you know, that I had finished 2 LPs yesterday. I was being very, very, very productive, very busy, but oh man, I haven't really worked on that Halloween feature all that much, so I'm hoping I can just get it done and just do it, you know, but there's been some stresses going on, you know. I don't want to talk about it too much, but, you know, just shit going on, and it's been hard to find the time to watch movies and shit. But, you know, like, October is a great month, though, and it really is a lot of fun for a lot of people, and a lot of people love autumn. It's you know, like, it's a respite. It's between the oppressive heat of August and, you know, like summer, although we had an extremely mild summer. Everybody around me is going, oh my god, global warming, it's so fucking hot, and And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? We had like a week of summer near the beginning, and it wasn't even like in summer. It was like in May. We had like a week of 90-degree weather. It was intolerable, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful. If this is the whole summer is going to be like, this is going to suck. And then it got really mild, and it actually got kind of cold again, and then when it warmed up again, it never got quite that. We had a couple of days here and there that were like 90-degree days, but they were few and far between, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm in the Northeast or whatever, but we had a very mild summer here. Everybody's talking about temperatures are going up, but to me it seems like every winter is longer and colder, and every summer is shorter and not as hot. But and they're talking about this winter is going to be especially brutal. They said the temperatures are going to be about the same as last year, but the precipitation is going to be high, that sucks, you know. And I hate snow, I really do. But autumn is cool because it's the nice in between, and it's not as allergy ridden for me as spring is. And then you know you have your holidays. You have your Halloween, your Thanksgiving, your Christmas / Ramadan / Hanukkah / Yule / Kwanzaa / Festivus. I actually do know somebody that celebrates Festivus. They celebrate Christmas as well. They're Catholic, but they also celebrate Festivus. So, and I know a lot of people that celebrate Yule. And then of course New Year's. I'm not like super crazy about New Year's. When I was young, when I was in my early 20s, I was like, yeah, let's get drunk. But now I'm just like, oh fuck it, I can get drunk whenever I want. You know, what's so special about New Year's? And I don't even want to get drunk that often. But actually, the last time I drank was right here on POTATOCAST when I did I guess you'd call it vodka cast. I got really drunk and I recorded. So there you go. But anyway, let's talk about October. So, you know, we're moving towards November, and it seems premature to talk about November, but when we're just starting with October. But shit's happening. A lot of shit always goes down in November. We're getting a new James Bond movie. That's like a big one. We're getting Spectre, and I just saw what they're calling the last trailer before the movie's released, and it wasn't quite as intriguing as the one before. The trailer before was very intriguing. I was very interested to see the movie. This one was a little bit more focused on action, and you know that's cool and everything. But I'm more interested in where they're going with the story. I mean, the action's always going to be pretty good, but I just saw that. Looking forward to that. That'll definitely be something I'll have to try to go to the theater and see, not just like wait or whatever, or like download it. I don't have to actually go to the theater and see that. I don't go as often as I'd like, but. You know, the last time I went was for Age of Ultron, and that was a little disappointing. It was good. It was just a little disappointing. But anyway, yeah, we got a new James Bond, and Call of Duty. I want to talk about Call of Duty. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and it's interesting how we haven't seen as much of this one, but finally they put out another like a story trailer. Usually story. Yeah, can't talk today. Usually story trailers for Call of Duty games come out much earlier in the year. Kind of came out more recently. I watched it. And, you know, intriguing. I didn't see all that much of a connection, character-wise or thematic-wise, to the first 3 games, I should say, because not only counting Black Ops 1 and 2, but also World at War. But then there was this twist that seemed to sort of kind of take it back to World War II and the World at War aesthetic. And, I mean, like some people are saying, well, it's a hologram, or is this a what do you call it? A hallucination or something. Reminded me a little bit of Metal Gear, like Metal Gear Solid 5. You know, the Phantom Pain, which is apparently, I'm not a fan of this series, but apparently there's a lot of stuff with the hallucinations, and you know, you don't know what's real, and it seems like the Black Ops series had been kind of going in that direction for a while, which is fine. I don't mind the storytelling in Metal Gear Solid. It's just the gameplay that bores me to tears, but it's kind of interesting. So I saw that. So like I'm already like looking forward to November. You know, there's some other things going on, but you know, I don't know. Like usually I'm just like I don't want October to end, but now I'm just like yeah, November will be cool. You know what it is? It's just like winter's coming, and I know it's going to be bad. I know there's going to be lots of snow. Last winter for me sucked, and I talked about this. I think it was on. If it was not the first episode of the POTATOCAST, one of the first or second, heater's back on, in case you didn't notice. Last winter just sucked. It was a part of like 2015 in general just sucking. I think I was talking about how 2015 just sucks. It can eat a dick. And I had like the whole problem with my car and a whole lot of drama and then the back problems and everything. So I'm just like thinking about that. And let me tell you, all that sucked. You know, the car problems, the back problems, the work problems, you know, everything that was going on, it sucked. But let me tell you, it wasn't made better by the constant fucking snow. And I get these fucking assholes, oh, I hope it snows, I hope we have a white Christmas. I hope you step back and fuck your own dickhole somehow. Fuck snow, man. I used to have these conversations with Andrew back when we called him Joey. We used to call him Joey. A whole circle of friends, we called him Joey. We knew his name was Andrew, but we called him Joey. It was his nickname, and I forget why. There's still like a few holdouts, like people who still call him Joey, but pretty much everybody just calls him Andrew or Andy now or whatever. Rainbow-colored sex kitten, whatever. Although he changed that, it's keep shouting eyebrows now. I don't know that'll last because he had wrestler tits for a while. But anyway, yeah, you know, I had this conversation with him ages ago, where I was bitching about snow. He's like, I like snow. This is before he was driving. You know, he don't drive a lot because he's got problems with his foot. And he didn't need to drive a lot back then. Now he drives all the time. And as a matter of fact, recently he had car problems of his own. And he was without a car for quite a while. And it was driving him crazy. And now he fucking hates snow and ice as much as I do. And I told him, one day you'll have to drive on this motherfucking shit. And you're going to agree with me. But, snow's pretty. Oh boy, snow's pretty. Television. I want to talk about television. This is probably going to be my last subject. The new season of South Park started. There's been 3 episodes so far, and they're just off to a really, really great, strong start. The first episode made me laugh my ass off. The second episode made me laugh my ass, dick, and balls off. They're just gone after that. Possibly one of the funniest episodes of all time. The most recent one, the whole Soda Sopa thing, not as funny as the first 2, but still very good. Group of us just watched it again, rewatched it, I should say. Well, me and a couple of them were rewatching it. Andy and a couple others were seeing it for the first time, and you know, we all agreed not as funny as the first 2, but really good still. And another new show that's on, and I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. And if you guys had seen, well, not seen, but listened to List Critics when I first talked about it, you know, I was excited for the Muppets, and I remember mentioning the Muppets to Jesse on List Critics 2, and he was like, there's a new Muppet show coming out. I was like, oh my god, you gotta fucking see it. And I showed him the trailer, and he was like, oh my god, I'm so on, and I want to watch this. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's a little different from the trailer. The trailer was actually not made from clips of the show. It was made to sell the show to ABC. And a lot of the elements from the trailer, like Piggy not wanting to do the reality show and then changing her mind and coming back and, you know, and all that, not in the show, but what they're doing is it's an amazing show. You gotta see it. There's been 2 episodes so far. If you haven't seen the Muppets, you gotta see it. If you grew up with the Muppets, if you're from the 80s like I am, you remember the Muppet Show, the Muppet Movie, and these were shows that they were not kids shows. They were not adult shows. They were family shows. They were something that was for everybody. There was a lot of things that were for kids in it, and there were a lot of things that were for adults in it. They really managed to make something that appealed to everybody. And yeah, I mean, yeah, there were like the Muppet Babies was like a kid show. But then again, even the Muppet Babies had like all those great movie clips and shit that kids necessarily wouldn't get the references and everything. But this is really a throwback, and it's really modern. It's really great. The writing is amazing. I've been laughing my ass off at it. You got to check out the Muppets. It's ABC. ABC on Tuesdays at I think 8. And if you're not like a television person, like I'm not a person. I never like sit and watch TV, and I never like sit there like, oh, I'm gonna watch the Muppets, and I'm gonna be on the couch at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. I'm gonna turn my television to the American Broadcasting Company at 8 p.m. 7 Central, and I'm gonna watch the fucking Muppets. It doesn't work like that. I watch it online. ABC Go. You know, you just go on ABC's website. You fucking, you log in with your cable provider details, and you can watch it for free. So there you go. But anyway, yeah, I want to talk about, the Muppets are fucking great. Great show. Check it out. South Park's been great. Just want to mention that. That second episode, one of the best ever. The other one's not too shabby either. And I just really wanted to end it on that. Let's do Q&A next week, though. Let's do that. Leave me some questions, some comments. I'll read them next week or whatever. Next potato. Next potato. I should just say next potato instead. So, hope you guys enjoyed POTATOCAST. I didn't want to make it too long. Got a lot to talk about, though. See you guys next time. We'll do a Q&A. And enjoy the rest of the videos today.